All right, good afternoon. Well, good morning. I made it, got this done in the morning time. Good morning, everyone. Dr. Armstrong here with today's Matters of the Mind. I will not endeavor to be before you long today, as there are a few things that I need to do. We know that we are celebrating Black History Month this month, and I thought it would be appropriate to highlight some of the positive advancements of the Black community and seeking out psychological help. I could sit here and tell you all the stories of how we've been psychologically duped and beat up over the head, and slavery, police brutality, how we are trying to get rid of the society now. It's trying to get rid of DEI, how it's gotten rid of affirmative action. I can tell you all of those negative things, but there are a few positive things that have come to light in recent decades, I would say, that have helped the Black community advance in bettering themselves mentally, simply because barriers are being broken. I think last week I spoke about barriers out of Dr. Robinson's book, The Titan Code. Well, breaking barriers now in the world of psychology to whereas those who are in need of mental health services is available, and it is afforded to them. What we need to look at as a society now is setting the pride aside and focusing on bettering our emotional self. Okay. Again, like last week, notes are down here on my MacBook. What I want to just kind of briefly go through, if you will, allow me the time and space for your day, is what we need to look at as far as positive changes in the world of psychology in the Black community. What are they? How have they came about? You know, what has happened? What has transpired? Let's just take a couple look at a few things here, okay? When we understand the intersection of Black history and psychology, it involves what we must recognize is the spirit of resilience, the contributions that have been made, and the ongoing challenges that we face as Black individuals and as a Black community within the psychological field and the broader societal context of the world we live in. Let's see, here are several key points, and we want to make it positive, so this is what we're going to do. Resilience and coping strategies. Research within the Black community has consistently shown a strong resilience in the face of systemic adversity. Contributions to psychology. The contributions to psychology: Black psychologists, therapists, psychotherapists, counselors, sociologists, all of this, right? All of these people have made significant contributions to the field of psychology. When we think of certain people, we can think of Dr. Kenneth Clark, Dr. Mamie Phipps, just to name a couple people that come to my mind right off the bat. Developed a culturally competent therapies. And this is where I come into play. I am considered a faith-based therapist simply because I know that in the Black community, faith plays a major part in the way that we process, the way that we handle, the way that we cope in certain situations, even traumatic issues. Faith plays a major part in that. And I'm thankful for the doors that have been opened to me to be a part of the psychological world in a whole. Just the other day, I was doing some World Health Organization stuff, some WHO work, and they're even leaning more towards how the spiritual beliefs of a person impacts their core beliefs. Okay, their core beliefs. All right, because we all have a set of core beliefs. I'll go into that in a video at a later date. But check this out. Community-based mental health initiatives. The growing emphasis of community-based mental health initiatives that address specific needs of Black community. These programs focus on accessibility, reducing the stigma. Okay, and that's one of the main parts for us as Black people. It's getting past the stigma of seeking out help. Listen, folks, we're no different than anyone else out there who may have experienced some type of trauma. Actually, we may be a little different because we have experienced more trauma than some. No matter what, don't let the stigma of seeking out help stop you. Reach out and get the help that you so rightfully deserve and have earned. All right? Nobody's living on a bed of ease. I don't care if you're a billionaire. They have problems too. Okay? And it's not so much problems, but trauma affects us in so many ways. Okay? Advocacy and social justice in psychology. Black psychologists and allies have been at the forefront of social justice and change. Be a part of your community. You know, took my son to a basketball game the other last night, actually, out here at Northeast. And he's at the middle school, as is my daughter. And looking at a picture on the wall as you enter the gym of Coach Richard Sisk. And I thought about him as my mind just, kind of went back to me being in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Coach Sisk really implemented in me a sense of belonging, a sense of pride, and he was a white man. He said, "Bobby, you're different from the rest." He said, "Live on that you're different." And I've always been a little different, but everyone has their unique quality about them. I never wore jeans. I didn't go to school in a suit every day like some people say, but I didn't wear jeans. I wore slacks. I dressed like I was about to go to a club somewhere. But that was my style. It made me different. But I hung with the guys. One of the most popular guys. But everyone has their unique individuality. And we need to live in that individuality. Okay? Don't let people change you. Now, if you need to change for the better, change. And actually, I was standing there talking to Coach Blue. Some of the people who listen to this will know who that is. To me, he's Mr. Northeast. All right? Coach Blue has been around forever. And he's always been encouraging. He doesn't see color. He doesn't see, hey, you come from this. He was trying to size Isaac up to see if he can get him to run track. Track coach. Okay? The positives, all right, that have been made by people. I can think about Barbara Hawley, who was my guidance counselor at Northeast High School Found out she passed away, but she's the reason I went into psychology. Yeah. Barbara Hawley. Loved her to death. Oza Sanders, my math teacher. Okay? People, you don't know who you can make an impact on until you make the impact on them. All right? My time is running out here, folks. Just to try to end this up, and educational pathways and mentorship. Be a mentor to someone. Help somebody along the way. Your experience, we use the phrase, experience is the best teacher, right? But guess what? Your experience can help teach someone along the way. It's not about teaching you all the time. What can you utilize to help someone else along the way? All right. In conclusion here, the intersection of Black history and psychology is a rich example of what we as a people can do to remain resilient, to remain a contributor to this field of humanity, okay? And the ongoing efforts to ensure psychological practices are inclusive and equitable and diverse, okay? In the work that I do, I try to help everyone that I can. Be somebody that's a helper. You don't have to be a psychologist. You don't have to have certifications and degrees on the wall. You don't need that. A simple hello, a simple smile can go a long ways. All right? Be that constant change. Be that positive force in somebody's life. And you never know who you might impact. All right? Be a part of Black history. History is made by the people of the past. One day, we're going to be those people in the past. Be a part of the history. Thank you, folks. Have a great day. Enjoy.